Yeah, I think it was. It was a very emotional game. My wife started off the morning by surprising me with a video of all of my past teammates and family and everyone sending me a message congratulating me on 250. And then, got to share the moment with Tolo, who, I mean, it's now been very well covered, which I appreciate from the press, that our journeys are very different. It took a fateful broken finger to set us on the same track for game record, and for her to come back and play another season with Bendigo, and for me to do the same, in part was because of this milestone. So it was a very special day to play alongside Tolo, but I do want to take a moment to talk about my team, because I was just blown away. We have so many first-year pros on our team, and for them to come out and show out the way they did, with the defensive tenacity they played with, I'm so proud of our group, so proud of our group.
I was just wondering, you said that, it was part of the reason you came back was to reach that 250 game milestone. What was your reaction when you realized that you and Tolo would share that same milestone at that same game?
Well, I actually found out, look, I was a pretty sad sack when I broke my finger, I'm not going to lie, because it was on the eve of the season opener. I had made it through preseason. Last year, the season before, I'd done my hamstring, so it was I was very sad. And then Aaron, I think, was the one who did the math and figured out that there's, if I come back at this certain game, me and Tolo will be on the same game. And that I wouldn't get to 250 in last season. So I've known for a bit, but I don't really ever put pressure on people to play with me or to sign in Bendigo. It's not what I like to do. I want people to do what's best for them. But I was very excited when Tolo decided to go around again.
And Marianna, just on you, how did you kind of view the game from your perspective? Also, just on the 250 game milestone.
Yeah, it was a really good team show out, and before the game, Abby said some really lovely words about us, and it really touched us to our core. And so everyone was a bit emotional, and I think you could see by the way everyone turned out tonight that they were doing their best, and that's what Kelsey said before the game. All we got to do out there is fight our hardest that we ever have, and that's exactly what the players did, and different people stepped up and had phenomenal games. Georgia, Megan, Mike, people, that's what I love about our team. We have so many different talents, so many different threats, and then Izzy comes out week after week and is just amazing herself. So it's such a good group to be a part of because they're so talented, but they're such good people as well. And everyone is in it for the right reasons. Everyone wants to get better and wants to put out the best performance out for each other.
Yeah, and how did you kind of manage the emotions, balance the emotion of hitting that milestone with the game? Or did you almost play into the emotion of being like, oh, this is my 250th game, I'm going to go out there and give it my all?
I think that's the benefit of having 250 games under your belt, that you've done it many, many times before, and there's been many reasons to have different emotions, to have lack of sleep, to have all sorts of things go on, but you still have to turn out, play your game like you any day you would. It's just another game, and that's kind of the mentality I went into with this one, is just being focused, not thinking too hard about the moment, because if you tend to do that, it gets lost on you and gets quite hard to compete.
You both touched on the young guns in your side and how this was a whole team effort today. Georgia Booth, again, really great, and so was Izzy Borlase. How does it kind of feel to know that you do have backup in these young, exciting players when you do take the court every week?
It's awesome. It's really inspiring to see everyone come in. We don't take a backward step when our bench comes on. Everyone's ready to go and firing. And so that really helps us to have confidence in each other and know that, we can have a break and things aren't going to fall off the side of a cliff. So it's credit to our coaching staff and our group to give everyone confidence to keep working on their game so they feel prepared to step up when their name is called on the court, and to do that game and game again. I think it's just really special.
And obviously you were also in Taraga today, weren't in Bendigo. How was it to was the first stop, I think, of a couple of different places at your regional Victoria. But how did you find the crowd? How did you find that atmosphere in Kereama today?
Look, it might not have been the biggest crowd that we've had, but it was loud. Everyone was screaming. It was such a good atmosphere to play in tonight. It felt so much louder than how many people were in there, and I loved it. It was just super, super cool, and it felt like there was so many people here. So that was a great experience. We love to get out in the regional communities and give back, go to clinics, go to schools, do our little leadership talks, or speak about our journeys, and just to help and try and inspire the next generation of, it doesn't even necessarily have to be athletes, it can be next musicians or really good people in their field, but try and inspire someone or even one person in one way, and that's a job done for us. So as much as it is hard at times to be on the road, travel for so long, be away from home for 8-9 days, it is worthwhile.
Kennedy, I'll just move to you. Obviously, I think you guys helped Perth to their lowest score since about 2020. Were you expecting the side to come out and play the way they did and have such a strong defensive performance?
Yeah, look, I mean, certainly no. That statistic is a surprise to me, but certainly not surprising our ability and capabilities as a team to play defence. And look, I think acknowledging first and foremost, KG's and Tolo's 250th game, and there's been a lot of words and emotion swirling around the change room and the group and the club, because it's just an incredible milestone. But great leadership inspired this group today, and I thought both KG and Tolo have done this at an incredible level for so long, and their calming influence and their leadership and then them instilling confidence and investing in their teammates is what helped produce this result today, and their teammates buying into game plan and believing in themselves. So yeah, I mean the defense was exceptional. I mean, as a coach, couldn't ask for more of the team, if I'm being really honest. And probably an unsung hero and all that's Abby Warung. She had a really tough task today in defending Amy Atwell. We know how good Amy is, and to her teammates' credit, they played their position on the floor where they needed to be able to shrink the floor, and then Georgia being able to come and rotate and have minutes against her as well. And so that was probably a miss against Perth when we played them last, and I also think a much better game plan. I mean, and certainly I take responsibility for game plans when they certainly don't play out the way they should, and I thought the team today were really locked in for this one, and we made the right adjustments, and the team did an exceptional job, led by both KG and Tolo, and obviously we're a better team offensively when we play the defence. It's that simple.
Just one more from me today. I feel like you've spoken a lot about lowering the team's turnovers, Kennedy. And today I think you only had 8 turnovers. Is that pleasing to see progress is also happening on that front?
Well, funny, I hadn't even looked at the stats, and it probably felt that way because we were so much more aggressive and more assertive, but also more clear on what we needed to do. And again, that's my responsibility as coach to ensure that game plan's clear. I also think we're a much better team when we get heat in the paint, get downhill, feed our post players. We're much more intentional today. So really, really happy with the group. And again, that's a collective team stat. I think everyone did and played their role at an exceptional level today, both ends of the floor.
Awesome. That's all I have. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm good at everything. I'm fine. We're good. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Thank you.
No worries.
So much for your time, guys.
Oh wait.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you go.
Congratulations to you too. You guys talk a lot about inspiring the next generation, but what would you guys tell your youngest?
Speak about this a lot, but
Don't take my answer.
no, it's going to be the same one. We've done this a lot of times together, but everything is going to be okay. And there's lots of highs and lows, and what matters in this moment is that you do everything you can to be the best person and player you can be, but it's not the end of the world. The sun will shine, as Kelsey, the sun will rise the next day, and there's a new opportunity to get better and better, but at times we tend to catastrophize everything in the moment, especially when we were younger. So, I mean, that's definitely what I did, but yeah, that's what I said. Everything will be okay.
Just on my answer.
You've all touched on leadership so far. 500 games combined. How do you balance that experience with incredible young play incredible play from some of the younger players today?
I think for me, it's, the young ones, especially the group that we have, they're just such great people. That's what keeps me going. That's what makes me want to come to work every day, is because we've got these very, very talented, first-year pros or third-year pros who have high aspirations, that do the work, that put in the effort, and want to be great. And so, what better gift at 38 than to get to go to work and work with those young ones every day. So the reason I still am showing up and want to be here, besides the people sitting next to me, is our young players. And so I think they're the gift, they're the reason. I think what inspires me to keep coming to work is my teammates, for sure.
Yeah, I guess running down the court when you're feeling old and tired, you're grateful you have some of those younger ones that that fly down the court for you. And just like Kelsey said, you do it for the whole team, the staff, everyone that manage. For me, especially last year and this year, I've had to be managed through injuries and all different circumstances, and I'm so grateful for their input and time and ability to keep me on the court performing at my best, and I definitely wouldn't have that without the support staff we have. So I'm really grateful for that as well.
And Coach, incredible bounce back from the last time you played Perth. What did you see? What did you see that was different from the rest of the game?
I think, again, it's sometimes, I think everyone obviously was emotionally charged pre-game. We understood that it was a fairly significant milestone. You don't get to experience that every day. And certainly there's probably a big part of that helps, but also preparation and retrospect and learning and review. And that's the one thing this group does a great job of. We've in every situation this season where we perhaps haven't had the result or the outcome that we would have liked to have worked towards, being able to make those adjustments as a group and collectively buy in and then go out and execute a game plan. And again, this group did an exceptional job of that, not just today on the court, but just in training this week as well. And it's difficult. This is our 12th day on the road, perhaps, consecutively. And that's the life of being a professional athlete. And this group here does an incredible job, as well as support staff, in facilitating what needs to be done. So to not be in your own bed and still be able to come out and perform today, there are just a lot of factors sometimes that can contribute to giving you a reason to maybe not come out and be at your best, but not with this group. They just find ways to lean into what needs to be done and go out and get the job done.
Anyone you talk to in the team is always thinking first, it's always really first. But Isabel always had a pretty incredible game today.
She's all right.
Average.
She goes all right.
All three of you, what was that like on the today?
I still think Izzy's best basketball is yet to come. She's an absolute talent, and what I'm really excited about getting to work with is her mindset and her approach to games, and putting 40 minutes together, 38 minutes, or however many minutes she's on the court. And she's just such a sponge. She wants to be great. She has high goals, high aspirations. So, I'm so excited to get to work with her this season. And she's an absolute gun. And I've said it probably every time I'm asked about her, but I truly believe her best basketball is ahead of her, which is pretty scary to think, considering some of the games she's putting together.
I just think it's so impressive that she can do that time and time again. It's one thing to have one-off game, but to continuously do that when all the pressure's on you, the best defenders on you.
Game plans are being planned
game plans
for you.
are planned around you. It's just impressive. And
at 21 as well.
Exactly. So, I can't, like Kelsey said, I can't wait to see what the future brings as well.
I think the same thing that KG said. You're only really seeing the tip of the iceberg. This kid could do anything. She's just incredibly talented, but has the mindset and work ethic and hunger to go and achieve absolutely anything. And so for us, as the type of people that we have in our team, particularly our leadership, is you know, we really enjoy being around people like that, and our whole group's like that. So, you know, which makes it fun because every day is the learning opportunity, and every day is an opportunity to get better. And you know, collectively as a staff and a team, we create that environment. And you know, as you can see, you know, we've got a lot of people thriving in what we've all collectively worked really hard to put together.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
welcome.
guys.